Hi, welcome to Hackathon Hoard. So hey everybody, this is our team. I'm Suraj, we have Elise, we have Jawad and Sarin. Welcome to Hackathon Hoard. This is an adventure of a lifetime. First we power up, we find the keys, we open doors, we use swords and spells, and finally we find the treasure chest, which is the meat of the game. So our vision is threefold. First, we try to create an engaging, fun and challenging game. Secondly, we wanted to bring back old school gameplay experience with classical music and graphics. And finally, we wanted to have fun. That was the most important thing. Now to show you how our game can be played, I would like to invite my teammate.
So how to play this game? We have 5 forms of input to play this game. The first one is the arrow key, and the second is ASWD keys. We can also use on-screen buttons and the touch screen to play it on the mobile phone. And we have Q and E keys for some special effects that we will show later. We basically have 4 game objectives. The first one is to navigate through the maze, and then to find all the keys, then to open all the doors, and finally to get to that treasure chest. Key pickup and collision. When we don't have the key counter is at 0 and we can't open the door. Then when key is picked, the key counter goes up by 1. Then when we go to the door, the key counter goes down and the door opens, so we can move forward. And sound, we have good music in this game. We have a good background music, and we have special effects like key pickup sounds, door opening sound, and finding treasure sounds. And we have 2 special effects of sword and spell that we will show later in the gameplay. And I would like to pass it to my teammate.
Okay, without further ado, let me show you the gameplay. As we load into the game, we can see the player on the map. We can move the player using the AWSD keys as well as the arrow key buttons on the keyboard. We're going towards the door, but we don't have any keys, so it won't let the player pass. So we are going back to the keys, but however, we are very slow. In order to increase the speed, we will pick up that blue looking power up. That's a boot. So now the player is much more faster. We picked up the key counter went up by 1. Why don't we take the second key to make the game easier? So we picked up the second key from here. Now the key counter is 2. We're going towards the door, navigating through the puzzle, the maze. Now the door opens. We go through. So as we are going through going towards the end, let me show you some special effects. If you press E, there is a sword effect, and if you press Q, there is a spell effect. These are some special effects we wanted to show you that we can implement in this game. Finally, we open the second door, and then we open the third door, and done! We're at the treasure chest. Congratulations, you found the treasure! I hope you like the gameplay. If you want to play this game on your own device, you can go to surajc.com/play-acm or scan the QR code now. Next, I'd like to show you the code behind this amazing game. The code is available at surajc.com/code-acm. So as we go here, this is the code repository. Let me show you the JavaScript first. The JavaScript consists of 350 lines of code, and it is commented accordingly. The first few sections defines the canvas. Then we are introducing the game variables. We are loading the assets. The assets are for images and sounds. We load the map. We write codes for collision detections. We also write codes for picking up objects. And after you pick up objects, the objects need to disappear from the game. So we added remove object from game codes. There is also code for playing sounds and music. Then there is the game loop, which updates the game state. And as we see the code more and more, there is also code for rendering game objects. This is most important because we are rendering the game objects from the map, and the tiles of the map refer to a definite tile on the screen. For example, grass, wall, water, earth, tree, sand. This is for drawing the player, and we are added controls. This is for touch. This is for mouse controls, and finally this is the code to initialize the game. This is the style.css code for styling. There is also the index.html code, which is the main root code of this program. These are the assets. These are all the images that are being used in this game. This is the map file, which is a text file. And finally, these are the sounds that we used in this game. I hope you found the code very interesting. Thank you for having us. That's all for our presentation.
I hope you liked our game.
We're excited to show you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.